Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity reports, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Now, historically, the final quarter of the year from October through to December, that has always been considered one of the most lucrative periods of the year for commodity traders. Based on how 2024 is already playing out, this should be no exception. A long list of the world's most powerful Wall Street banks, from Goldman Sachs to JP Morgan to Bank of America, they have described the current economic climate as the golden age of trading. Now, of course, this comes as no surprise, given that the current highly macro-driven backdrop that is fueling one of the greatest income-generating prospects that we have seen. This is presenting savvy traders with back-to-back money-making opportunities. Data shows that 1 in 3 people, they have turned to commodities to capitalize on the biggest macro themes driving the markets right now. This includes the de-dollarization movement. This has seen gold purchases by global central banks exceeding 483 tons in the first half of 2024. That's officially the highest level on record. We have a global food crisis, which is sending agricultural prices skyrocketing to all-time record highs. We have the global transition towards green energy and artificial intelligence technologies, which has already started to play a critical role in supercharging demand for the world's highly essential commodities, such as aluminium, copper, cobalt, nickel, lithium, palladium, platinum, uranium, zinc, and rare earth metals. November's high-stakes US presidential election, this is gearing up to be one of the biggest macro trading events of 2024. The importance of this macro event alone cannot be understated. It is guaranteed to have significant impacts across the commodity markets. Just in case that wasn't enough, traders are now on the cusp of being gifted with even more lucrative money-making opportunities as we enter into a new era of monetary policy easing. With the global pivot towards lower interest rates, this comes alongside growing instability in China's economy, forcing Beijing to launch its most attention-grabbing economic stimulus package since the 2008 global financial crisis. The significance of these two factors alone, that cannot be underplayed. That's because China's massive stimulus measures, they could very quickly reignite global inflation at the same time when the US Federal Reserve is aggressively cutting interest rates. This cocktail of explosive events, which traders will not want to miss out on, this is going to be a license to print money and drive market sentiment over the next 90 days from now. In fact, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Bank of America, they have already begun preparing their clients for what they predict could be one of the most lucrative periods of the year. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading events so far this year, and you still want to make 2024 your best ever, you've just been granted the ultimate opportunity. There's no question that 2024, that will go down in history as one of the most profitable years ever for commodity traders. This is now the 4th consecutive year that has seen a total of 47 commodities, ranging from the metals to energies to agriculture, notching up a series of back-to-back multi-year and all-time record highs. Gold has been on an epic run since October of 2023, rallying from $1,800 per ounce to score consecutive back-to-back all-time record highs, not once, not twice, but on 37 separate occasions. Last week, gold prices, they skyrocketed to new all-time record highs of $2,685 per ounce. That surpassed the precious metals all-time previous high reached earlier on in the week. This extends gold's gains by 49% over the last 11 months. The precious metal is being driven by a multitude of bullish tailwinds, one of the major catalysts being the rising global debt. The exceedingly high debt levels across the world's major economies, this is heightening the chance of not one but potentially multiple debt crises ahead. Over in the United States, the Congressional Budget Office forecasts that the US debt to GDP ratio, that would exceed 150% by 2034 from 98% at present. Put another way, that will slingshot the nation's debt to the highest level in US history. There is historically a strong correlation between US debt and gold prices. Conclusive evidence shows that during the period, US national debt has ballooned from 5 trillion to 35 trillion. This is since 2000, where gold prices have risen 10x. But here's where things really start to get interesting. If history repeats, gold prices, they could reach $5,000 an ounce when US debt hits $70 trillion. That ultimately means one thing. Gold's secular bull market is only getting started. Extraordinary times, they of course create extraordinary opportunities. Right now, as traders, we are living in some of the most exciting and rewarding times ever in history. If you've been kicking yourself for missing out on some of the biggest trading events so far this year, but you still want to make 2024 your best ever, now is the time to take action. With everything that is currently unfolding on the global macro front, 2024, it is now officially on track to be the Gold and Silver Club's biggest and best year in our 15-year history. Our clients have already made in excess of 6, 7, and 8-figure returns, and we're only in September. Put that another way, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club, they have already made more money this year than they made in the entire 12 months of last year. What we're seeing is nothing short of extraordinary. It's times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that is to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. Right now, you have an opportunity to make the final 3 months of 2024 your biggest and best yet, which based on our research, it is going to be another blockbuster period due to all the macroeconomic events that are currently unfolding. Definitely do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which we have transparently documented through our weekly videos. If you're trading at one lot, that's $100,000, or if you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. As you can see from our testimonials, the majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are utilizing our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They have already made in excess of 6, 7, and 8-figure returns, and we still have another 4 months left to go. All of our clients have already been fully briefed, prepared, and ready to make the final 3 months of the year their biggest and best yet. If you want to join them in making the remainder of 2024 your best and most rewarding year ever, go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com now to learn how our mentorship program can take your trading to the next level. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. So with that, let's move over to the markets here. We'll talk you through exactly what we look at as we go into a new week. Firstly, as discussed with you on last week's report, you have China on a 1-week public holiday this week. We also have Israel public holidays too. In thinner liquidity, you're going to see more exaggerated moves in the market. Right now, it's the 30th of September 2024. Last day of the month and last day of the quarter. What are we seeing at the moment? Outflows, as discussed with you on Friday's report here. Expect commodities to be under pressure. We're looking for the dollar to start rotating higher from here. At the moment, you've got silver down 1% on the day. Gold's down 0.7% on the day. Platinum's dropped 2%. You've got palladium, which is down 1.8%. And crude oil, which is about flat on the day right now. You've also got S&P 500 under pressure. You've got tech stocks, NASDAQ and so forth. They are under pressure. You've got gasoline under pressure, Brent crude oil under pressure and so forth. Everything that we discussed with you last week is starting to play out here. As you are seeing this normal risk off, you're seeing profit taking in the market. And essentially, this could accelerate over the course of this week. So what is the play here? What are we looking to capitalize on right now? As discussed with you previously, on the breakout on Palladium that we had over the month of September, it was a 15% breakout. We took the opportunity on 5 trades to bank over 10,000 points profit. Alongside that, with crude oil, as discussed with you last week, we got into a dozen positions on the break back below $70 per barrel, all the way down towards $66 per barrel. On the subsequent impulse move higher, when oil broke back towards $72 a barrel, we made sure every single trader was protected, but we continue to scale out and make sure that we're stacking and bricklaying profits the whole way up here on crude oil. We still remain in oil from lower prices back at the swing lows here. We want to observe how the price action does develop over the course of this week. Whilst Asia are on a 1-week public holiday, you're very unlikely to get much of a bid during the Asia Pacific session. So you might well see consolidation here for the time being on oil back around the price swing lows here. I would look out for that. Obviously, platinum immediately off the Sunday Open got hit, no bid overnight. As expected here, we are seeing pressure to the downside. Palladium, if we can get it, if we can get a break all the way back towards the price swing lows, this would be an amazing opportunity to reload this position. Very similar on platinum. If over the month of October, if platinum was to have a break back down towards the price swing lows here, that would also present a fantastic opportunity. One of the cleanest ways to do this right now is actually just going long the dollar. Every time we're just dipping back below the 100 level, it very fast starts to get a bid at this zone. We like the dollar index, as mentioned before, at this 100 level right now. Expectation would be as you progress throughout this week, as more traders start to realize that China are on a 1 week public holiday, this is where it can create that pressure to, of course, the downside that we discussed with you previously. This is why you can't be complacent, even with all of the China stimulus that we saw last week, the week before that, the Fed cutting rates. You still can't get complacent. At the moment, we are definitely seeing markets under pressure. It's risk off at the moment to start off the week. Our expectation is that over the course of this week, this could continue until China get back from their 1 week public holidays in 1 week from now, which will be Monday the 7th of October. That is typically where risk on will resume, and then the narrative is going to, of course, be shifting to the US election. The final point to be aware of is over the course of this week, we also have non-farm payroll on Friday. So whenever you're watching this report, just bear in mind right now, as of Monday, the dollar is back at the 100 level. Expectation is by the end of the week, the dollar could start to really build up some momentum from this current swing low where the dollar is right now. If that happens, it will put a lot of pressure on other commodities such as palladium, crude oil, platinum, gold, and also silver. So just lastly again, gold prices right now, as of Monday, they're at 2,640. Platinum prices at the moment, they're at 995. Palladium is at 998. You've got crude oil at 68.34. Again, we do remain long here on crude oil. We've kept positions on back at the price swing lows. We currently have silver prices there at $31.30 per ounce. Whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that's to create a full-time income, a second or replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action. If you want to maximize your money-making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast-moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research-driven, and artificial intelligence-powered approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and cutting edge artificial intelligence insights to make confident decisions with accuracy and precision. There's a massive gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis, gimmicky technical indicators that do not work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of the bottom 99% and into the top 1% who are actually crushing it and making 6, 7, and 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, artificial intelligence, data-driven approach, or you will just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort. You will have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, the odds are already stacked up massively against you. If you want to change your results, you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive data-driven and artificial intelligence-powered approach that is never taught to retail traders, only reserved for professional traders in the banks and hedge funds with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds, where they're buying and selling in real time, alongside the key liquidity zones, so you can enter and exit the markets with pinpoint precision, further compound that with the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles and intermarket correlations, then you need to join our mentorship program. Right now, we're in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation that we have seen. If you want to successfully capitalize on these huge money-making opportunities and build significant, life-changing wealth, there's no better time than now. If you want to upgrade your income, you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next 3, 6, or even 12 months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders and take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private members academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description, so just click on the link, make an application, and we will get in touch ASAP.